In the quiet intimacy of the Last Supper, a profound and pivotal moment unfolded that would reverberate through history. As the disciples gathered around, Jesus took a piece of bread, dipped it into the dish, and handed it to Judas Iscariot. This simple gesture was laden with deep significance, marking the imminent betrayal. "What you are about to do, do quickly," Jesus told him. The other disciples looked on, puzzled by this exchange, wondering if Judas was being sent out for ordinary tasks, such as buying necessities for the festival or giving something to the poor. The departure of Judas from that upper room cast a shadow over the remaining disciples, as the atmosphere thickened with a sense of foreboding. Turning to those who were left, Jesus emphasized the gravity of the events that were about to unfold. He spoke of love and unity, instructing them to love one another just as he had loved them, a commandment echoing through the ages. As the night deepened, they made their way to the Garden of Gethsemane, a familiar place of solitude and prayer for Jesus. Here, under the ancient olive trees, the emotional intensity of the night escalated dramatically. Jesus shared with Peter, James, and John how overwhelmed he felt. "My soul is overwhelmed with sorrow to the point of death." He confessed, asking them to stay awake and keep watch with him. While his closest followers struggled with drowsiness, Jesus engaged in fervent prayer, so intense that an angel from heaven appeared to strengthen him in this dark hour. However, the quiet of the garden was abruptly broken by the arrival of torches and the clanking of armor. Judas led a contingent of Roman soldiers and officials from the chief priests and Pharisees through the olive groves. Approaching Jesus, Judas signaled the betrayer's kiss, a prearranged sign to the arresting party, which marked the beginning of the end of Jesus' earthly ministry. In the ensuing chaos, Peter reacted impulsively. Drawing his sword, he struck the servant of the high priest, severing his ear, a violent act born out of desperation and loyalty to Jesus. Jesus, however, remained the embodiment of peace. "Put your sword away. Shall I not drink the cup the Father has given me?" he admonished Peter. John 18:11. In a profound display of compassion, even in betrayal, Jesus healed the servant's ear, restoring it completely, demonstrating his divine authority and mercy. The arrest of Jesus marked a turning point. The disciples, overwhelmed by fear and confusion, scattered in all directions, abandoning their master to face his accusers alone. This marked the beginning of a series of trials and tribulations that Jesus would endure. His journey through these trials was marked by false testimonies, harsh interrogations, and profound injustices that culminated in the crucifixion. A pivotal act that fulfilled ancient prophecies and established a new covenant between God and humanity. Through these trials, Jesus remained steadfast, embodying divine grace and forgiveness. He faced each accuser and each punishment with a composure that spoke of his divine origin and purpose. Even as he was mocked, beaten, and crowned with thorns, his thoughts were of forgiveness. "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." Luke 23:34. This remarkable plea for mercy in the face of brutal torment underscores the depth of his love and commitment to humanity. As Jesus was led to Golgotha, the place of the skull, the weight of the cross bore down upon his scourged body. The streets were lined with onlookers, some who mourned and wailed, others who jeered. Yet amidst this multitude, Jesus' focus remained unwavering. He was fulfilling his mission to be the sacrificial lamb for the sins of the world. Upon reaching Golgotha, Jesus was crucified between two thieves, an act that symbolized the ultimate sacrifice for sin. As he hung there, the sky darkened and the earth shook, reflecting the cosmic significance of the moment. Before drawing his last breath, Jesus uttered, "It is finished," signifying the completion of his earthly mission and the establishment of a pathway to redemption for all who would believe in him. In his death, resurrection, and subsequent ascension, Jesus not only conquered sin and death, but also offered hope and a way back to God. His teachings, his sacrifice, and his resurrection remain central to Christian faith, offering a message of hope and salvation that continues to resonate across millennia. As we reflect on these events, we are reminded of the profound love and sacrifice that defined Jesus' earthly mission, a legacy of grace that offers redemption and eternal life to all who come to him.